What is up, guys? It is your LOL support here, and today we're going to be bringing you guys a little gameplay commentary of Blitz. It's not really a guide, it's more of a game where I just was playing Blitz. Things actually went fairly well in this game, and we ended up just kind of mucking around. I ended up going AP Blitz, but it's a nice little gameplay to have in the background while, we just kind of hang out, talk with you guys. With this channel, I've been doing a lot of guides and things like that. So I figured, you know what, let's not get into a pattern. Maybe like I want to put out a video where I just kind of talk, and maybe something I say becomes useful to you guys. Maybe something I say just changes how you think about League. And I'll probably be going into like every lane and things like that. I'm not sure. This is kind of like a test run, so we're going to see how this goes. And if you guys like it, please feel free to post a comment in the section down below and let me know how I can improve. Let me know what you guys want me to talk about, things like that. But so I've been playing League for a long time now. I've been playing League since back in Season 2-ish, like the end of Season 2. And I've actually come a pretty far away of learning. I'm still by no means anywhere close to being at the level I want to be, but I am learning, and I'm learning small things here and there. Some good tips that I can give you guys that I've learned recently is top lane. Top lane is the area I've been maining in recently. Right now I'm on a ranked team, or we're doing our provisionals right now, and I'm currently the top laner for that team, and it's taught me a lot as far as how to play lanes, in solo lanes that is. Even in bot lane it works somewhat the same way, just you're kind of dependent on two people hitting it, but level 2 advantages are huge in this game. A lot of people don't utilize the level 2 advantage that they get in the game, and level 2 is just a lot of power behind the game. A level 2 over somebody who has a level 1 is just like incredible, because not only do you have an extra spell above them, you also have the bonus stats as far as defenses, offenses, health when you do level up. So that's always something to always take advantage of. I mean, in the top lane, what I'm constantly thinking about is who has good level 2s, who has poor level 2s, and playing to that. Like, a good level 2 stands out when you get, say, like an auto attack reset, or you get a very high damaging spell, or you get an escape. Any sort of like damaging spell towards the other person gives you a power spike at that point. So say if I'm a Darius, right? Darius has a really strong level 1 anyways, right? So Darius's level 1 is going to be great because he's allowed to use his stacks, his bleed stacks passively, so that's already going to do a lot of damage as is. But then you have his Q, his little spin, and then after that you have his W or E, or whichever one's the auto attack reset. But he works well with an auto attack reset. So champions like him are going to want to utilize that level 2. Champions such as Wukong also have great level 2. Someone that I would not classify as having just a phenomenal level 2 is, say, someone like Warwick, if you play him top lane. Because Warwick's main damaging spell is going to be his Q, as far as an ability casted having damage. And if you level him to level 2, all he's going to get is either the attack speed boost or the blood scent. So it's not really like a strong level 2 compared to other people. Renekton is another person I would say is not a very great level 2 all-in. I feel like Renekton's a better level 3 all-in, because with Renekton, I feel once you hit level 2, and the way I max my skills and level my skills, I like having my Q first and then my E. So having a Q and then an E is really good because you are allowed to slice in, Q, dice out. So it's a good way to get off damage and escape as well. However, his level 3 is great because you get the stun, and some people could argue that if you level stun before you level slice and dice, you'll have a better level 2, and I do not disagree with that. That is a perfectly valid way of leveling him. However, just me personally, I like having the escape should I need it, especially around level 2, like mid-level 2 area, if there's an early gank, I need to be able to escape it, and having the stun suffices, but it's a little bit better to have the dashes, in my opinion. So that's where I stand as far as the like the level 2 with Renekton is concerned. But level 2 in this game is just huge, and that's one of the things that I've been trying to practice and work on and really utilize as far as using it in lane. Another tip I've picked up is warding in different locations grants different vision, and you have to know that. And I know that sounds really self-explanatory, but let's say if your support is the type of support that thinks like wards in general are good and you just need to get a bunch of wards out there, then that's fine and all. You're going to have a lot of vision, but it's going to be really expensive to keep up that vision. However, if you're using one ward to cover the area that 2 wards would give you, so say if, okay, so I'm going to move my cursor here, so say if I ward right here in this little area, right? That covers how many paths? That covers 1 path, 2 path, 3 path, 4 path, right? So we're getting 4 paths right there with 1 ward, compared to if somebody were to ward, say, here, and here, and here. 1 ward can give you the information that those 3 wards would have given you. So, in a sense, you're not wasting money on wards that 1 ward could give you all the information on. So that's what I mean by, like, efficient warding, not mass warding, you know? And if you can utilize that, then you're going to be golden as far as warding is concerned. You know, a lot of people say like, oh, you know, we don't have any vision, things like that. But it's all about the quality of the wards, not the quantity. So that's why, you know, recently when we've been playing our ranked games, we've been looking at how many wards we place down. But when we go back over, we realize, like, you know, oh, we didn't place as many wards as the other team. However, the quality of wards we placed were better than them. So that's another thing to take note of. Right here, we're just kind of, this is when we start snowballing and it starts getting a little bit out of control. Our Caitlyn's 4-1 and I am 0-0-4. So we're just we're rolling in the monies now. So right here, I think I start building a little bit of AP after I build after I got my medallion. Yeah, right there you get the Phoenix Codex. So, but yeah, the warding game helps out a lot. And I want to let's move over to the jungle now. Some cool things that I've been recently learning about the jungler is knowing which lanes to help, because a lot of the times when you're in a lane, you don't necessarily, or when you're in the jungle, you don't necessarily know which lane to help. So say if top losing's really bad, mid lane's doing okay, bot lane's kind of losing as well. Where do you go? You know, and it's up to a judgment call of the jungler. Like no one can really tell you where to gank. Like that's not really their jurisdiction. Your job as a jungler is to use your best knowledge of what would help the team and benefit the team the most. So say if Nasus in top lane is losing to a Darius, right? Which it's not happening right now. Our Nasus is 2-0 and Darius is 0-2. But say he was losing. Now it would not be a bad decision for the jungler to help Nasus over, say, like an Akali. I'm gonna present a situation in this game. So from what I see as somebody who can jungle is I see Nasus a huge tank, and not only a tank, but he also brings utility with his Wither. He also brings unlimited amount of damage. That's another thing to know. When you have a scaling champion that's infinite, like Nasus, like Veigar, like Sion or something like that, they have infinite levels as far as like their individual skill that is infinite. So I would want to snowball that lane over an Akali. Now, not to say Akali isn't good, not to say that Akali couldn't carry, but her damage is mitigated and her usefulness is mitigated after a pink ward is put down. You know, it doesn't matter if you put a pink ward by Nasus, you know? So, of course, an Akali that is fed is an exception to this rule, or to this statement, but all in all, it's better to have a fed Nasus, in my opinion, than a fed Akali, because I feel like a fed Nasus would be able to do just a bit more with what he is given. So right here, just dodging out, barely escaping a 3-on-1 right there. Yasuo doing some crafty work in the bush. I thought he would have been walking around by now. And right there, man, Cho'Gath, I don't know where you were TPing to. But anyways, we're just going to be surviving in lane, getting some CS with our ultimate. And when you go AP, your ultimate scales amazingly with AP, so that's always an option. Right here, I don't know what Yasuo thought he was doing, but we're going to go ahead and bring him back in. He thought he was going to slide out, and I said nope. And I do end up picking up the kill there. So now we are 1-0-4. So we're gonna be getting some money when we get back here. But yeah, and use your jurisdiction. You know, if you really think that an Akali is gonna be able to carry over the Nasus because the Nasus has say 10 farm at 10 minutes, and the Akali has 50 farm at 10 minutes, then you might want to help out the Akali because she is not lacking in small game knowledge in the basics as say a Nasus with 10 farm, so you have to kind of take all of the cards into account and then go from there. So that's one thing that I've learned as a jungler. Another thing is people don't know how to pressure bot lane in order to get early dragons, because a lot of the time people kind of disregard the value of a dragon and disregard the value of Baron, and which I just don't understand, is because Dragon and Baron is global gold and EXP, and it respawns, so you can keep getting it, as long as you're pressuring correctly. So right here, if bot lane's pushed up, if I were the Xin Zhao, I probably would have tried to come in for a gank with this bot lane, especially with this bot lane. They have no ADC, Yasuo is a pseudo ADC, but all in all, he's not a ranged carry. So I would have been camping bot lane and forcing them out of lane so that we could pressure a Baron objective, or not a Baron objective, a Dragon objective. So right here, they come in for a gank. It proves to not be that worth because we're able to pick up a nice little double kill, and the kill did go off onto the jungler. So that means that we're going to have an advantage in lane because we were able to pick up kills as laners, and they only picked up a kill for the jungler. So right here, just kind of beating up the Cho'Gath, and we're going to end up picking up the kill there just because we built a little bit of AP. But yeah, as a jungler, if you know that your enemy laner is going to die, and if your allied laner is going to die and your enemy laner is about to die too, try your best to give the kill off to the top laner so that that death is in the favor of the laner, so that not much gold is lost between the two. Because if you pick up a kill as a jungler and your allied laner doesn't pick up the kill but only picks up an assist, and the enemy laner picks up a kill, then that sways the lane into the enemy's favor. Although you got the kill, you're not in that lane. So unless you plan on camping the lane, you just set your laner behind. So if possible, try and let the kill go. And I don't mean back off of the kill. If you look earlier into this clip, there was a couple cases where I could have kept auto-attacking somebody and it would have probably secured the kill. But since I didn't, I kind of backed off. That was an example of giving up a free kill. Whereas doing your best to give it off but not let it go, that's a different story. So that's what you want to always do as a jungler, if possible. If not, go ahead and just get the kill. If you can kill the other person and your top laner is in no chance of dying, then don't feel as bad about taking the kill. But if you do take the kill, do not tax the lane, because that's going to set your ally further behind than he would have been had you just got the kill and gave him the farm. And vice versa goes to top laners, or any laners for that matter. If your jungler pulls off a successful gank and they end up getting a flash, getting a kill, whatever, make sure that you give them tax, So if the jungler ganks top lane, Nasus gets the kill, Nasus should give over a little bit of the minion or a little bit of the EXP to the Xin Zhao, because Xin Zhao spent his time to gank that lane and to secure the kill for his ally. So that means that it's going to cost him time, and it's going to cost him experience that he could be getting in the jungle. League of Legends is a game that is not about how much you can gain. It's about how little you can lose. And if you guys take one thing away from this video, I want you guys to take away that the game is about minimizing loss, not capitalizing gains. Okay? So let's take a look at the map right now for the purple team. Right now, there's a loss in mid lane. Look at all those minions, right? Those minions are getting killed by either other minions, or they're going to be pushing into the tower, and you guys are going to lose. Purple team will lose all the blue minions right here, unless Evelyn comes in for the roam, or Talon comes back in the lane. Talon's not going to be able to make it, so Evelyn has to come in and get the CS, which she does. So right here, she's minimizing her team's gold and experience loss by coming in. Right here, Darius is pushing up the wave, and now we are losing this gold right here. And should he proxy this wave, we might even miss a little bit of the gold here. Nasus TPs, he minimizes his loss, and he is picking up gold right here. Our Caitlyn was farming double golems, and she ended up missing on a wave that might have been able to trump the amount of gold that she gained from double golems. Henceforth, she didn't minimize her losses there. Let's take a look at some other place. Right here, Yasuo's spending time just walking around. There's really no reason for him to be walking. Like, he went into mid lane, didn't really do much, and came back down. So that's wasted time. That's wasted experience in lane. He's not efficiently moving about the map and minimizing his losses. So right here, we're just gonna be beating down on him, seeing if we can pick up a kill here. He does end up getting caught in the trap, and then there's the knock-up. And he is going to flash over that wall, but Caitlyn gets a nice headshot off, and we are able to pick up the kill. But yeah, just minimize your losses in this game, guys. Like, don't move anywhere without a purpose in mind, you know? So if I'm coming from the base right now, sorry guys, I'm catching a little bit of a cold. I got a little stuffy nose here, so I'm trying to make best with what I have. So right here, Akali's leaving lane. What she should see right now is top lane is getting pushed in and turret is lost. So she can't really do much there. Nasus is going to get all this EXP. Xin Zhao was in mid lane, but he left mid lane pushing for her. So her main objective is to get into mid lane and get all this farm right here. Had the wave been, say, right here at the turret, and she didn't really have anything to do, bot lane's pushed up, top lane is getting his EXP, she should go for Wraiths. Because Wraiths would minimize the amount of time spent not gaining experience and gold. So right here, she's in mid lane, she's kind of duking it out. So if this wave pushes up, Talon's not there to get the gold, she should be rotating down for the Wraiths, or she should be rotating down for the kills. She looked like she was going to go for the kills, but it was not safe for her to do so, so she ends up backing off. So had she instead gone for the Wraiths, it might have been a little bit more gold efficient, but nonetheless, she is in lane now to defend her turret, and this is where she needs to be right now. So she's doing a really good job of doing what she needs to do. So that's all League is minimization of losses. So right there, we were able to get the nice pull off onto Talon. However, he is able to get away, and threading the needle. Fabrizio comes in with the clutch snipe on Caitlyn. So we're going to be pushing down this tower right here. Our Xin Zhao should rotate down to bot lane and minimize this loss right here. But instead, he's going over to Wraiths. Now, or he's not even going to Wraiths, he's going to top lane. So, although top lane would be good to go and help out and defend and everything like that, the time it takes him to get there, I don't know what the turret's health is at right now. I mean, hang on, we're going to take a look at this fight. Right here, just pulling the Evelyn away from my team. She has a pretty beefy shield right now. And if you look at the levels too, our Xin Zhao is 10. Their Yasuo is 9. However, if you look at the items on them, Yasuo already has a static shiv. Static shiv is really good on Yasuo. That's like a power spike for him. Xin Zhao doesn't really have any power spiking items. So he is ahead in the level, but he might lose because Yasuo scales better with the one item that he has compared to the items that Xin Zhao has, which is why it ended up being a even kill, like a kill for a kill. Had Yasuo been the same level as Xin Zhao, it might have been completely different. And also, I'm looking at the levels right now, and it kind of brought something up in my head. You know your ultimate power spike levels, okay? Like level 6, level 11, and level 16, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm not really thinking straight right now. I apologize for that. Right there, I tried to grab the Talon as he ran away. However, I was not able to pick him up, and I do end up just settling for getting some knockups here and there. And if your champion is not the type of person that scales well with ultimate level ups, then you obviously will not have that great of a power spike level 6. So someone like a TF doesn't have very much power spike in lane. He has a lot of power spike as far as map pressure. So you don't want to go aggro at level 6. You want to wave clear at level 6, go Mia, and then try and TP somewhere with your ultimate. Someone like an Akali has a great power spike level 6, you know, because she gains the ability to dash. Darius, a huge power spike level 6. Talon, power spike level 6. Yasuo, yes, power spike at level 6, but I wouldn't classify it as much as the Darius or the Talon. Someone like Caitlyn, I would say yes. Xin Zhao, a little bit less. You know, like you have to just know the ultimate, know what it does and what purpose it serves inside of a fight, and you'll know if you have a power, or you'll have a power spike in lane having that ultimate. So right here, Talon's trying to get away from me. I end up grabbing the pole, get the silence off, and he's going to be trying to do something, but he ends up backing off. Right now, they're pretty scared of me. I am 3-0-10 right now, so we are rolling in the money right now. And our Akali is 4-2-4 right now. And she ends up getting quite a ridiculous score this game too, I believe. So yeah, we're gonna be seeing a lot of wreckage right now. So right here, Yasuo pushing down a tower, as he should. You know, he should be creating map pressure. He is a little bit behind, and if you're a little bit behind and you have a really good duel potential, such as like a Yasuo or like a Tryndamere or something like that who has a good escape, go ahead and split push, create pressure. Because if you as a champion are not ahead and you're not able to be of much help to your teammates, as far as say like a Fed Nasus would, right? If you're not going to be able to offer that much to your team, go ahead and go split push and create map pressure. You know, like a Yasuo in bot lane, he's 2-8 right now, so I don't know if that really applies here, but a Yasuo in bot lane, if he is even or slightly ahead, or even slightly behind, as long as he has items, will be able to duel most people, should he play it right. So he can create a lot of good map pressure. He also has great mobility, so he can split push without much consequence. Someone like a Shaco is a great split pusher, because when you're done and you're trying to get away, all you do is deceive, and then you're safe. You know? I typically would not split push with AP champions, like AP tanks. So I wouldn't split push as a Maokai, I wouldn't split push as like a Gragas or someone like that. It is very slow, it's very inefficient, but I mean, I guess it works if you need to. But most times you're gonna need to be with your team, especially as a top lane tank that's behind, instead of like a top lane Tryndamere that's behind. You know, your job is to split push. So that's another thing for you guys to keep in mind. I don't know too much about bot lane. I mean, I know a good amount, but I would not know enough. I would not know the same amount as say my top lane, you know. So, but I have picked up a couple things from laning with Ethan in the bot lane. Again, bot lane level 2s are huge. As a support, what I've learned is a lot of people classify the support role as you're the ADC's, you know, whipping boy. You're the ADC's towel boy. You're the water boy. You know, whatever the ADC does, you follow him and you just kind of take it, right? That's not the case. As a support, your job is to dictate when you fight, when you don't fight. You have to have superior game knowledge to be a support. And I would classify support as far as the amount of game knowledge needed to play it at a high level. Anyone could just say, oh, I'm a support, and grab Thresh and just, oh, I got a hook, I got a fillet, I'm done. You know, anyone can really do that. But it takes somebody who actually knows the position and knows what they're doing to actually make a difference in the game as a support. So that's something that I would say is the difference. I see a lot of people saying, oh, support's easy. Well, support is easy to play at a very basic and primal role. But if you want to play it to the, you know, a more advanced level, and be able to carry games as a support, it requires a lot more knowledge. As a support, you make the calls and the ADC follows up. That's how it should progress, you know? So if I'm a Leona and I just hit level 3, I'm telling my ADC, hey, we're going in here. You better be ready. And at the right time going in. Not going in when there's a huge minion wave. Not going in when the enemy jungler might be near and you have no vision. But going in at a right time and engaging properly. That's your job as a support. The ADC is merely there to CS and follow up on your engages. So the way I think about support, as weird as it sounds, is I think about a support as an old man in a wheelchair, and his ADC is like his grandson who's really willing to hang out with his grandpa. I know it sounds really weird, but you guys, I'm going to make it clear for you in a second. So basically, the grandpa in the wheelchair can't do much, right? Like as far as, you know, lifting things and doing things like that. Your damage, quote unquote. He can't do a lot of damage. But what he can do is he has a lot of knowledge. Of old people, you'll be surprised, man. Listen to some old people. They got a lot of knowledge to share with you. So, old man Gramps in the wheelchair can't really do much damage, but he's got knowledge. He knows what's right. And that young whippersnapper, he's got the strength. You know, he can follow up. He can help out the grandpa and, you know, do what the grandpa tells him. And they'll make a good team. Knowledge, power. That's the same as support and ADC. Not to say that the ADC shouldn't have knowledge, but that's how I see the role progressing. Like, that's how I see the role at a fundamental level. You know, and I don't want you guys to say, like, oh, well, LoL support says that the support is the best and the ADC is stupid. That's not what I said. You know, I mean, you know, don't take me out of context. All I'm saying is you're supposed to make decisions as a support, not just sit around and be a whipping boy. You know, if you decide to go in, your ADC should follow. And as long as you make the right call in when to go in, they will follow, no problem. If you're going in and there's, you know, 15 minions at your turret, obviously the ADC is not going to go in. Minion aggro is a beezy, and not only that, he wants to get farmed, you know? 15 minions to lose is a lot. About 20 minions equals 1 kill. So unless you're picking up a double kill for surezies on that one, your ADC is probably not going to want to follow, you know? And it's not even worth for some flashes. I mean, come on, son. But that is where I'm going with this, that support should be leading the ADC, not the other way around. If you're hiding behind your ADC as a support and just not wanting to make a move, then that is an error on your part, and you need to fix that, because you have to make the plays, and then you give off the kills to your ADCs. You know, so, I mean, I did a semi-decent job at it as a Blitzcrank, but, so right here, just messing around. The reason I didn't grab inward like that, and instead I walked down here and grabbed to that tree, is because I knew that my hitbox on my grab was going to hit him. See, like, if you stand right here and aim towards the back tree right there, your hitbox will hit anything in this bush. But had I hit here and gone here, he could have dodged me here, he could have dodged me here. So that's the only reason I went there. So for those of you guys wondering why I did that, that was it. So just kind of explaining myself a little bit. I do make a few plays here and there that I feel like is somewhat important. Somewhat. So right here we're just chasing them down, making sure that whenever the Yasuo, I think, has a wind wall up, I try not to use my grab unless it's like point blank. Otherwise, just walking past it and making sure I do my little uppercut to the face. So right there, picked up another kill for myself. We are 6-1 and 15 right now. So we're doing some work. I told my lane, hey guys, I'm gonna go bot lane. I want to get a kill. Right now, this Evelyn is just pissed scared of me right now, and I'm loving it. You know, nothing's better than an AP Blitzcrank scaring off people. So right there, just using my ult to wave clear. If you have 40% CDR, your ult should be up every time you hit a minion wave, and you'll be able to wave clear like that. So we're going to base, and we're going to pick up a little bit more AP. I don't typically build Blitzcrank this way. I typically build them a little bit more tanky. You guys can go check out my guide on Blitzcrank, and I'll definitely be putting that at the end of the video for a link video. But this game, we're really ahead, and we have a fed Akali, we have a fed Blitz, we have a fed Caitlyn. Nasus is doing fairly well for himself, so we're not really too worried. We're just kind of milking this game out, having some fun with it. We were kind of in a lackadaisical mood. So right there, Yasuo trying to get away, and he was not able to get away. Giving off the kill to my Akali, because I'm the support. I'm a nice guy. That's what I do. So we're just going to be pushing down mid lane right now. Let's see, what other tips can I share with you guys that have helped me as a League player? Oh, I get this question a lot of people who are scared to play multiple roles, or they say, like, there's the everlasting debate on, do you main one role, one champion, and only play that role, or do you go around playing different roles and become more cultured as far as your league career is concerned? And I was the type of person that got really bored in one position playing one champion. Like, I can't play the same champion for more than like 30 games in a row. Like, I can get like a match history and a half full of a champion, but then after that I just get kind of tired of the mechanics behind the champions. Like, I like staying on my toes by consistently switching my champions up, and I feel like it helped me in its own little way. I am not by any means extraordinary at a single champion. I'm not by any means extraordinary at any lane, but in solo queue, I am fine with getting any lane that is put on me, and I can do a very good job at it. I may not be the best at playing that position, like Sho. Let's take Sho for example. Sho is our mid laner for our ranked 5s team, and he is a phenomenal mid laner. Like, he does things on Lux and on other champions that he mains that I can't understand how he does it. But at the same time, his mid lane is far superior to his other lanes. Like, Sho as an ADC is nowhere near as good as Sho as a mid laner. So it has its perks. I mean, for me, I like being more widespread, just because it provides me to have a better time, I guess. I can play different positions and play them fairly well and not be bored of the game, which is why I think I can play this game so much and not really grow bored of it. And some people kind of get bored in one lane. But if you are the type of person that is able to play one person all the time, one position all the time, go for it. You're going to become such a great player in that position that it's going to be ridiculous. I mean, Ethan on Lucian is amazing. Ethan on, pretty much any ADC is amazing because he only plays ADC. So that's something to be, taking in, because all these guys are great League players, and I wish I could do what they do in their positions. So it's a personal preference. If you're the type of person that can't focus and you can't play one role 100% of the time, go ahead and learn the other way. It's not any worse or any better to learn one way or the other. You'll learn a little bit slower each position. Like, the person who only plays mid will progress as a mid laner a lot faster than you will as a mid laner, but you'll be able to progress at everything else. So, that's the trade-off. So I personally don't think that there's any way that you have to do it. Better one way, better the other. So go ahead and learn how you guys will learn. But most importantly, just have fun with this game, and remember that it's a game. Don't get too stressed about it, and just make sure that you have a good time. And learn. Always learn. Don't think that you're the best where you are. If you're in a bronze and you're like, oh, I deserve to be in platinum because I queue up with my platinum friends and I do well against other platinums. Well, you're not in platinum, baby. So it's like, get up there and then you can say all that. But you have to get there. You have to learn. Always learn. Even as a top laner, as a person who makes guides that are somewhat okay on YouTube, I still look up videos on YouTube. Like, I'll look up a video that says beginner tips on winning lane. Am I a beginner? No. Am I by any means new to this game? No. But in my growth as a League player, sometimes you learn so many mechanically complex things that you end up forgetting some of the small things that you remembered. So let's say by getting level 2, you really want to pressure the enemy laner and you want to get in their face, but you forgot the basic concepts of CSing. You know, you have to go back and visit those. It's all about the fundamentals as a League player, so never forget that. You know, no matter how high up you get in the League play, never forget to always go back to the roots and go back to the fundamentals. So that's a little tip as well that I've gotten. You know, don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to look on YouTube for some guides or things like that. You know, don't be afraid of doing that, but approach it with an open mindset. Don't go into a guide watching it thinking, oh, I know how to play this guy better already. I'm just going to see if this guy knows what I know, and if he doesn't, I'm going to post a comment saying, I know more than you. You know, if you approach every single aspect of life in that regard, you're not getting anywhere. You're just going to be a spoiled little shit that's not going to get anywhere in life. Approach everything with the open mindset to learn. And you know, I'm giving you guys League tips right now, but this I want to put this into life. You know, put this into life, man. Make this shit real, man. As a person, League, I feel like League teaches so much, not only as a video game, but as being people. You know, you learn so much in this game about life. You know, you deal with the ragers. You know, you deal with the stuck-up people. You deal with the ranking system. That's all shit that you're gonna experience in the real world, in the workforce, everything. You know, and it's gonna be frustrating. You're gonna be frustrated being someone's paper boy. You know, if you work at a company and your education proves you to be, you know, a salesperson, but you're getting someone's coffee, you're getting someone's mail, everything like that, and you feel like you as a person deserve to be in a higher up position, well, you know, you're not going to get there by, you know, wishing upon a star and hoping that it happens. You have to earn your rank. You have to work at it. You have to raise yourself as a workforce, as an individual. So, you know, you got to keep that in mind. You can't go to the workplace, push papers and get coffee and say, you know, at my other place I was one of the best sales reps, and you know, I earned my salary. You know, who cares? You're at this place now, and as long as the boss feels like you belong here, you're gonna stay there until you learn more, until you become better, until you become more efficient, and the boss sees you as ready to move up. Same way as League. You know, you can feel entitled to platinum all you want, bronzy, but you have to get there, you know? So League stretches into more aspects of life than most people would think to analyze into. And you know, I know you guys might be thinking, oh man, he's going really philosophical on us here. I don't know if I like this. I feel weird. I'm learning. I don't like it. I'm leaving. Dislike. I mean, go ahead if you want to do that, but you know, I'm just trying to help you guys out and tell you guys, you know, there's a lot more to this game than a lot of people give it credit for. And that's a little tangent going off of what I was saying earlier, but, you know, this is kind of a rant video, so you guys can see a little blitzy poo gameplay and carry mode status. I mean, we're 7-1 and 23 right now, so yeah, we're gonna be experiencing some major fedness. Yeah. So right there, picking up another assist, going over to help out my Xin Chao, but it sadly was not able to get there in time. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I know this is kind of a little bit different from the things that I normally do, but I'm currently working on a couple guides. I'm currently working on a couple gameplays and things like that. So I'm kind of in between gameplays and footages and things like that. So I really hope that you guys are able to enjoy this. Take it for what it is, and just, you know, relax to the video, just learn from it, and if all else, hopefully you guys can play this when you are going to bed, so that, you know, if it's that boring, at least I can put you to sleep. So at least this video has some use to everybody. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you guys weren't a big fan of this, just let me know, and I'll make sure that I try not to do this anymore, or if I have to, do it as least often as possible. Because like I said, I'm kind of in between mixes right now, so there's really not much to do. But I did want to get a video out to you guys. I did want to get a little bit of content, and it's a good gameplay, you know. It's a nice little fun trolley game, you know. doing well as a blitz crank, and blitz crank is blitz crank, you know, so why not? But and also, if you guys have anything to say in regards to anything I've said in this video, or if you have anything that you'd like to point out or bring up, feel free to post a comment in the section down below. But without anything else to say on this video, this has been your LOL Support, and I am out of here.